Hi there, and welcome to the Cult of Cinema. My name is Aaron, and tonight we are talking about the big Scream Factory announcement. Actually, there's a couple big announcements to talk about. Last time we sat here live, we were talking about the Severin announcement, the huge Severin announcement. And I thought, okay, that'll be the big announcement. It is definitely Chucky Mania. And for once, we're not talking about Rugrats. We are talking about the Chucky franchise because this is huge, guys. This is big. See, I remember picking up on MGM the Child's Play release when it came out on guys be good. Don't forget the burn, yeah. On Blu-ray, on DVD. Then, hey there, Dave, welcome, man. Then it came out on as a set. Like there was a set that had like a few of the films, not all the films, but only had some of the films. Hey there, Dustin. Um, And then finally, I got what I thought at the time was going to be the greatest I could ever get, the Scream Factory Blu-ray collector's edition of Child's Play. It was a thing of beauty. It was glorious. I utterly loved it. I actually liked it so much that my oldest has a copy of this too. But here's the thing. Then they announced they're putting out 1, 2, and 3 on 4K. And I don't have the films on Blu-ray even. So I'm like, okay, I kind of want to get the 4K ones, but I do have the first one. Now, if they're all out there, then maybe I'd think about it because there are certain films in the latter era of Child's Play that I really enjoyed. But without further ado, holy crap. And this is not like the Halloween one where it's US only. This is US and Canadian. And they have put together a really good package when it comes to this. Hey there, Robert, man. What do you think of this here? Did you pre-order it yet? Are you going to pre-order it? Because as we look through this, we just picked up Carrie. That's a good one. I have so many versions of Carrie. But I do want that one. I really want that one. I want to get my thing over here so I can actually look at this and see your messages at the same time. For those that are unaware, we have 2 cats in the house now. One which is a lot tinier than the other. And you know how tiny my original cat is. So let's just open up YouTube. Here we go. Hey there, Death Bomb. Sorry if I didn't see your message there. All right, so let's see what we got here. So it is numbers 4 to 7. And here is where I'm honest. I like all of these, and I do mean every one of these here. Yes, I do like Seed of Chucky. I'm one of those people. Hey, the Trackpedia. It is an amazing way to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Bride, which is something I totally forgot. But this is massive. So we got Chucky 4 to 7. Now, it looks like we might be getting hard boxes with I have to check here. So I know we're getting slip covers, but we're going to get any hard boxes here as well. Now, I'll show you the Halloween ones that I got here. So we got 4 to 7 plus 8 posters plus 4 slip covers. So it looks like we got extra slip covers plus prism stickers. I haven't seen those since I was a kid. Plus trading cards plus an enamel pin set. So let's kind of dive into this and see exactly what we got here. So we have here Bride of Chucky, of course, Seed of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and Curse of Chucky. Curse of Chucky being the scariest of these here. Actually, I wouldn't, I wasn't a huge fan of the remake, but I thought Megan did it better. But I wouldn't mind. I'd actually probably buy it. But as we can see, when they say 8 posters, so we have the original artwork posters here for Bride, Seed, Cult, and of course Curse. And we have the brand new Scream Factory newly commissioned artwork with 4 posters there as well. So, like for Bride of Chucky, for Seed of Chucky, from Curse of Chucky, and from Call of Chucky. I really love the new poster art, by the way. You can see here that you have your choice which slip covers to put on. I would have preferred maybe like a side-loaded hard box with the slip cover on the inside, but that's just me. But still, the extra slip cover is good too. Although for me, that's something that's going to be it's going to get beaten up. Like if someone else about it. Uh, we have the black box. Each has the enamel pins in it. We got the cards here as well. Looks like the cards come in a Chucky package. So it looks like we got a one of those bubblegum packs for the cards. For some people, this is going to be a bit of a conundrum because for some people, they're going to look at this pack of cards, this newly minted pack of cards. They're going to know the cards are on the inside of it, and they're going to be like, "I can't open this pack. I want to keep this. I want to keep this in pristine mint condition." And I know there's some of you out there that are going to be doing that, and no shade either, man. We also got the 5 enamel pin set here. We're gonna have some stickers in this one as well. And just so you guys can get a better glimpse, here's the pins that we got. So the cool one here is, look, we got Glenn and Glenda, which I'm really stoked about. I think that the TV series redeemed the Glenn and Glenda character. Hey, Swift man, it has been busy with announcements. My wallet is empty, but eventually I want to get all these. One of these days. As you can see, Dustin, man, you rock, man. There's the collectible pin set, what it comes in. This is a gorgeous set. Now it is a bit pricey, but not for what's there, in my opinion. It's $223.98. It looks like they said that extras in progress and will be announced at a later date. For other options to purchase Child's Play 1 to 7 on 4K, click here. So let's check that out as well. So it looks like we are going to get, so you can click you can get the first 3 right here, which run at around 153 for the regular set with the NECA and the 5 posters. But you can get the ones with the pin as well. That's going to be $210.93. Now, just so you know, I showed you the deluxe edition of the set. You can buy the films without, with the, you'll still get the both slip covers. You'll still get the posters. You'll still get the Prism sticker. And you get that for $149.99. Hey, Raph, welcome, man. So you can choose whether you want to get the one with the pins or you just want to get the edition. So what it'll be like is, so when Scream Factory put out the Halloween sets, they put them out. So we'll do this for a second, then we're going to go back to things. So I'll show you full screen just for a second. This is what you got. So this was like, there was a hard box that and you'd see the alternate work on the inside. After the Halloween ones, though, they started to do this here. So it's going to be normal slip. So you're going to get like something here like alligator, and we're going to we'll have the other slip as well. So the new art and the old art. But you don't see me. We don't yet know exactly what's going to be like in the when it comes to getting this thing back on. Say hi to your sister too. You mean this sequel? Yeah, this is a fun one actually. Alligator 2, Joseph Bologna, D. Wallace Stone, Richard Lynch, Woody Brown, Holly Gaynor, Bill Daly, Steve Railsback, Brock Peters. Great one. But what we do know is that this here Child's Play edition has so I'll let you know what was on the original edition in case you didn't have that one from Scream Factory. It had a 2K scan of the inner positive. So I'm not sure if we're going to have a 4K scan of the of the original camera negative, or if where it's going to have to go for the inner positive. That'll change things a little bit when it comes to grain processing. Hopefully, no DNR. Screen Factory doesn't usually do any DNR, so you don't usually have to worry about that. New auto commentary on this one here with Tom Holland, plus an auto commentary with Alex Vincent and Catherine Hicks, and Chucky designer Kevin Yeager. There's a third auto commentary with producer David Kirshner and screenwriter Don Mancini. And there was a scene select commentary with Chucky. Also on the second disc here, we got new behind the scenes footage from special effects supervisor Howard Berger, new Howard Berger, your special effects friend till the end. New Life Behind the Mask, being Chucky with Ed Gale. That doesn't age pretty well now. That Ed Gale thing maybe might be taken off, guys. Not sure if that's going to make it onto the other onto the next set. But that's not Screen Factory's fault. Evil comes in small packages, featuring interviews with Don Mancini, David Kirshner, screenwriter John LaFia, actors Chris Sarandon, Brad Dourif, Catherine Hicks, Alex Vincent, and Kevin Yeager. We got Chucky putting on Nightmare, a monster convention, introducing Chucky, the making of Child's Play vintage featurette, original theatrical trailer, and behind-the-scenes photo gallery. And that is for the original Child's Play. So what are the new ones going to have? Because the new ones have not really had any great releases that are out there yet. But knowing that, did we get much? And I want to know, do we get much from the other Child's Play when they put it out on? So let's go to the first Child's Play right here, the 4K Collector's Edition. And so it looks like we got an OCN of the original camera negative, Dolby Atmos track on that one. Oh, we also got some new interviews as well. New interviews with Alex Vincent, Don Mancini, Chris Sarandon, David Kirshner, production manager Robert Latham Brown. You got a third disc here as well with the features from disc from that one right there. So with a whole bunch of new stuff. So either way, you're getting a whole buttload of extras right there. I've never been, I'll be honest with you guys, I've never done much when it comes to Echo Bridge. Like usually if I get it, it's usually at a dollar store. I'm not sure if they still, I'm not even sure if they still are around or if you can buy them kind of like in consignment stores like dollar stores or a place like that. They were kind of like a lower budget Mill Creek, but so things were hit and miss when it came to Echo Bridge, but you were able to get a lot of like kind of really cool horror and different titles on Echo Bridge, especially like little collections and stuff like that. I remember getting some Hellraiser stuff from them. It is warm here tonight and out of ice. Well, let's go back because that's not all there is today. Someone mentioned burning. As you can see right here, coming for the first time, as far as I know, is The Burning on 4K. You can get this exclusive 18 by 24 roll poster. It looks like they're going to go with the original artwork for the film. I love the film. I really do. This artwork always reminded me of like a Harlequin romance novel, kind of a hardcore Harlequin romance novel. Upgrade in World War Z. We get to those two as well. So I'm not seeing anything new feature-wise on The Burning. I'm going to guess this is going to be like pretty standard issue when it comes to some of their stuff. $35.99 for a 4K. The Burning is actually not a bad price at all. It'll be interesting to see if they add anything onto this. It doesn't look like they are. There's nothing, kind of no placeholder place saying here that there is more coming. But it's nice to get some of these in 4K. Now you don't have to get everything here in 4K. I always say pick and choose the stuff that you want. Upgrade is one that I don't have a copy of. I actually saw this one on my streaming platforms back in the day, and I always want to upgrade this one because this is a really good film, guys. If you have never seen this movie, like Going Blind, it's kind of like it's kind of what Venom should be. Uh, if you've seen the movie, it'll make sense to you. If you've read a Venom comic before and you've seen the movie, it'll make total sense to you. If you haven't, then just let me tell you, it is totally what Venom should be. And I was not the hugest fan of World War Z. I like the book uh way so this one would have to be like $35 for, like, I'm not a huge World War Z fan, so that wouldn't be like, it would be something that I'd go out and just buy. That would be one that I would really have to think about. I'd have to be certain. I want to bring up Twitter here because I want to look at the Arrow announcements as well, because they're not showing up in the Arrow page. I'm just waiting for the day that there's no longer like a Twitter around and we got something else. So I want to go through these one at a time. But let's start off with one of the big ones. So this here is Blood Money for Western Classics Volume 2. So if you picked up the first Spaghetti Western set, then especially if you managed to get it during the sale, which I kind of am kicking myself for not getting right now, they've announced the second one right here, and we got four more good titles when it comes to this one here. It is Arrow killing it once again. So we start off with Blood Money, or $10,000 Blood Money, other $10,000 for Massacre, with Gianni Garco, who does a lot of these type of roles. Of course, Sartana is probably the one he knows that you're going to know him from, and like most people know him from, actually. Then we get Find a Place to Die with Jeffrey Hunter. Yes, the guy before Captain Kirk. um, we also have here Vengeance is Mine. And the final one is Metallo Kill Him. So basically, you're running from 1967 to 1970. It is four films in total. And when it comes to the features on them, that's actually pretty cool. So you're going to get brand new 2K restorations on all four of the films here. So it's nothing where you see a 4K restoration and you're wondering if you should wait. This is like, okay, we got a 4K, we got a 2K restoration. You know, get ready to jump on it. Galleries for all four films, illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing by our author and critic Howard Hughes. A photo double-sided poster with newly commissioned artwork. A limited edition packaging with reversible sleeves featuring original art and the slipcover featuring newly commissioned artwork by Giles. I'm not going to pronounce the name because I'm going to totally get it wrong. Brand new introductions to each film by journalist and critic Fabio Milele. And original English and Italian front and end titles for all four of the films. We start off the first one here with a brand new audio commentary by author and film historian Lee Broughton. We get Tears of Django, newly edited feature with archival interviews with director Romolo Guerrieri and actor Gianni Garco. Before I go any farther, no, I'm going to butcher names, and I apologize for it. The producer who didn't like Western movies, a brand new interview with producer Mino Loy. How the West Was Won, brand new interview with screenwriter Ernesto Gastaldi. I can tell you from like previous releases and featurettes, Ernesto Gastaldi is very open and honest when it comes to his how he talks about his movies. So that'll be a fun watch. Vengeance is Mine has a brand new commentary by critics Adrian J. Smith and David Flint. We got Cain and Abel, newly edited featurette with archival interviews with actor Gianni Garco and screenwriter Ernesto Gastaldi. In conversation with Nora Orlandi, newly edited archival interview with the film's iconic composer. We got Movie After Movie, a brand new interview with producer Mino Loy. Looks like they're really taking advantage of the theatrical trailer. For the third one, Final Place to Die, we get a brand new audio commentary with author and critic Howard Hughes. Sons of Leon, Sons of Leone, newly edited archival interview with director Giuliano Carnimio. Traditional Figure, brand new in-depth appreciation of the soundtrack and its composer Gianni Feriel by musician and disc collector Lovely John. And disc 4, we get Metallo Kill 'Em with a brand new commentary by Troy Haworth and Nathaniel Thompson, one that we're definitely used to seeing their names pop up. A Milanese story, brand new in-depth commentary with filmmaker David Pellucci discussing the career of Malatel director Cesare Cannavaro. Untold Icon, brand new in-depth appreciation of the soundtrack and its composer Mario Migliardi by musician and disc collector Lovely John. A theatrical trailer, and it is a 4-disc collection. Runs right now for £55. Remember, when you buy it from Arrow's website officially, then you earn the Arrow reward points. This one here will get you 550 Arrow reward points, and just so you know, you need 500 reward points for $5 off, and 1,000 reward points for a $10 off coupon. Hey there, Sarah. Welcome. I would recommend the Chucky collection. I apologize for my sipping. But this looks like a fantastic set. You can see right here the artwork that's gone into this. It looks gorgeous, and it's the second volume. I really, really wish I got in the first volume. Now I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to start putting my my donation link down there again. See if that works out. But now let's look for the next one, because I want to go through all these with you guys. So we're getting a collector's edition of Hugo as well. I remember this was when when iTunes had their had this calendar, this digital calendar on the iPad. Every day you'd go to Apple and you'd open up one of those what do you call those? You know, it's Christmas calendar things. You open up one every day, like it has a chapter inside of it. So there'd be a different thing. It would be like a game or just a song, a music download or something. And I think one of the days Hugo, the digital release of Hugo, was there. Of course, we got a Scorsese film here. Let's look at the product overview for this one overall. It is it is going to be in 3D. I'm actually surprised. So we're getting a Blu-ray presentation of the film in 2D and 3D. I wonder if it's going to be real 3D or the glasses 3D. Oh, it will. Blood Money will look amazing. It's the vintage trails. And You is a really good movie too. Just just putting it out there. Blu-ray presentation of the film in 2D and 3D, optional English subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing. New audio commentary by filmmaker and writer John Spira, publisher of the Lost Autobiography of George Méliès. Theatrical trailer, bonus disc. This is where you get a lot of your meat at. Inventing Hugo Cabret, a new interview with Brian Selznick, author and illustrator of the original novel on which the film is based. Capturing Dreams, a brand new interview with director of photographer Robert Richardson. The Music of Dreams, a new interview with composer Howard Shore. Ian Christian Hugo, a new interview with the acclaimed film historian and editor of Scorsese on Scorsese. Secret Machines, Hugo and Film Preservation, new visual essay by filmmaker and critic Scout Tafaya. Creating New Worlds, a new featurette in which French film historian and author Julien Dupuy examines the life and legacy of George Méliès and his impact on cinema and special features. Papa George Made Movies, a new featurette in which film critic and historian Pamela Hutchinson explores the early days of cinema. Méliès at the time of Hugo, a new visual essay by filmmaker and writer Joe Spira, and 5 archival featurettes on here as well, including Shoot the Moon, The Making of Hugo, The Cinemagician, George Méliès, The Mechanical Man at the Heart of Hugo, Big Effects, Small Scale, and Sacha Baron Cohen, Role of a Lifetime. It is a fantastic fantastic release here with a ton of brand new special features. It looks like it's got a 2-disc set, as it has a booklet and a poster included here as well. So that is actually it's pretty much, it's a double-sided fold-out poster. We have an illustrated collector's booklet with new writing by Farron Smith Nemi, and let's look at the other releases that are coming out. I want to get the other 2 here. So next up is a limited edition for Fighting Back with Tom Skerritt, otherwise known as Death Vengeance. Do you remember Image Entertainment? I do remember them. No, RJLE. Actually, I don't know if I remember that it was RJLE, but thanks for that. So directed by Louis Teague, Uh, you can trust me, you've seen a lot of his work. With a script from Thomas Helly Jr., who did Flashdance, and David Z. Goodman, who worked on Straw Dogs, featuring Michael Sarrazin, Yaphet Kotto, of course, Tom Skerritt, Patti LuPone, who was amazing Broadway star. Uh, and we have a score by celebrated Italian composer Piero Piccioni. Fighting Back, released overseas as Death Vengeance, finally makes its blistering Blu-ray debut here in 1080p Blu-ray presentation. We get optional subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, the original lossless mono audio. I do always look for that for these earlier releases. Enough's Enough, a new interview with director Louis Teague. Danny Cam, a new interview with camera operator Danielle Nanunzi. Trailer, TV spot, image gallery, double-sided photo poster featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Luke Insect. Reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Luke Insect, and illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film by critics Rob Scavarla and Walter Cha, and a career-spanning interview with director Louis Teague. Enough is enough. Thieves, pimps, prostitutes, muggers, and drug dealers, beware. John D'Angelo's out to make his neighborhood safe. He's declaring his own personal war on crime, and he doesn't want your kind around here anymore. RJLE put out a lot of Shudder stuff. And of course, I guess the one that we did talk about on here before, and probably the most famous release that is coming out from them is in the month of June, is the Bruce Lee at Golden Harvest Arrow exclusive limited edition 4K Ultra HD collection. Of course, I won't have to go through all of this again. I know that you guys have some Shudder films too. Not all, but I know. Remember the series Cursed Films got a Blu-ray Scare Package, and Scare Package 2 got Blu-rays. I had like the DVD Scare Package, then I got Scare Package on Blu-ray. I think Boar had a Blu-ray as well, and I think Scare Me, and there's one where kind of a slasher one. It was kind of a slasher camp they take them in the middle of the woods, and they start to and they're gonna have like a pretend slasher camp. There's a real slasher there. I can't remember the name of the movie. I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that one got a Blu-ray as well. But just there is it's an 18. It is an 18 disc set. Jeez. It is it's a massive set, 24 lobby cards, 10 glossy photos of Lee in action, a 200-page hardbound book here. We have the Big Boss in 4K, the Big Boss, the Mandarin cut in 4K, Ultra HD, Fists of Fury in 4K. We got The Way of the Dragon in 4K, Enter the Dragon, a Blu-ray edition of that one is there as well. Got Game of Death there in 4K, Game of Death alternate versions in 4K. We got Game of Death bonus disc there on Blu-ray, Game of Death 2 on Blu-ray. We have a disc 10, which is all documentaries, and it's a 10 disc set with a bunch of different stuff. And I think it's one of the sets. So this week, guys, in the space of a week, we have found out that there was going to be a massive Bruce Lee set coming out. We found out that we are getting a second volume of the Spaghetti Western set. We have found out that we are getting 4K editions of Upgrade, of World War Z, of The Burning, but most importantly, the 4K set right here, Chucky 4-7 plus 8 posters, 4 slipcovers, prism stickers, trading cards, enamel pin set. Or you can that's one's $220 something, but you can buy the regular one for only $149, which I know may seem like a bit. Blood Quantum is your favorite show. I don't have that one actually. Did the Furies get a Blu-ray? I actually really like the Furies. That's one I watched. I can say now because I'm no longer there. I watched at work once. I found a way to get Shudder on my work computer, and that was not when I was at home. It was at work. That was a slow day, but because usually I didn't have time to breathe at work, let alone do. But yeah, look at this there. It is amazing. And if that wasn't big enough, we also got this right here. The Sensual World of Black Emmanuel at $195. It is a 15 disc Blu-ray set with 21 Black Emmanuel films and 2 adjacent titles. Which Chucky one should you get? Well, it depends. See, I like them also, but if you're starting out and you don't have any of them, like you definitely want to have the first two, um, at least the first two for sure. On if on Blu-ray 4K, I'd go for 4K. Then three, three is okay. Four, like Bride of Chucky, is better. Um, like the highlights for I like the entire series. Three is the least of the Chucky ones, but I still like it. But ones you must have one and two to start out, and you find like you're really liking it, then go into I'd say Bride of Chucky, because you can go back at three later if you want to. But Bride of Chucky starts out with kind of like this different era of Chucky. We get like this really gorgeous. It's done by Ronnie Yu, um, an Asian director, and because of that, he brings over the sensibilities, the Asian sensibilities, and the style of the cinematic stylings that he had there. So he did a kind of a horror Grimm's fairy tale type of thing, kind of a fantasy horror thing that you would see, or called The Bride with White Hair. It was a gorgeous film, and it was one of the reasons that he got to do Bride of Chucky in the first place. There's one sequence in Bride of Chucky where Chucky and Tiffany, the female doll, see this couple, and they have like mirrored ceilings, and he throw this champagne bottle, I think, up in the air, and he smashed the mirror, and the glass, the shards of glass, like rain down on the couple, just like slicing them, and you know. I think it's punching the water beds. It's a really gorgeous like scene for a murder scene. It's a really gorgeous scene, so I definitely recommend it. And I think it really hits its heights once again when we get the Curse of Chucky, and we get back to that like darkness where Chucky, like a lot of characters, especially when you're getting into like a lot of different sequels, you can have characters that can become, very kind of humorous. See, they get a life and a personality of their own. Freddy Krueger is a perfect example of that. So to be able to go back and do something like Curse of Chucky, no, not Curse of Chucky, but that's the fun one too. To do like, yeah, Curse of Chucky, when you can actually take him back to like a dark place, and it's really hard to draw that back and to bring back in that mystery and that darkness and that like that just kind of air of like kind of creepiness that tends to get lost as a character becomes more commercialized. And I found that they were able to do that with Curse of Chucky. The glass shattering sequence is brilliant. And can you imagine? Can you imagine? Because I saw that. Oh my God. Can you imagine what that's going to look like? Disney in 4 freaking K. That glass sequence. And the kind of the homage to Pinhead sequence. Or when you're watching Curse, and this is not much of a spoiler because it's at the beginning of the film, when a certain character gets killed in Curse, and we see with a homage to Dario Argento, we get to see like the reflection of the body in the blood on the floor, and there's just so many brilliant sequences, especially in the latter one. Seed has some great sequences in it that'll look fantastic in 4K. So it's going to be really interesting to see exactly where these goes. Well, eventually Ragnar will, I'm sure we'll get a Russ Meyer set. It all depends on his estate. We know, we both know, man. We both want it. We both know why. But if you're waiting for a Russ Meyer set, get the Black Emmanuel set, man. This is going to be good. We got 21 Emmanuel films, 2 Ajita Wilson films here as well. If you are familiar with Ajita Wilson. And I went over this set the other day, so I want to go over it again. Now, the bundle came back in for a little tiny bit and then went back out again. But just slowly I'll go over the titles sort of. For those that are unaware, Severin just put a trailer with not even anything bad on it about this set, and they got their entire channel taken out. Not just their video taken out, but their channel taken down. In the Chucky franchise, started with Child's Play 2, and once Bride comes out, get that one for sure. So start with the first two. But if you only get one, you get the first one. The second one is my favorite, but you got to have the first of the early ones. See, I want for I'm a huge fan of this franchise. There's certain ones where I'll double dip. Like I won't double dip in every franchise. But obviously you saw my Halloween. Yeah. You know that there's certain ones uh I just adore. But for the Emmanuel set, we got a Black Emmanuel 2. We have here as well Emmanuel in Bangkok, Emmanuel in America. We have Emmanuel around the world, Emmanuel and the Last Cannibals. I have the Peanuts of the world, Emmanuel and the Peanuts of the world, because I want to get in trouble. Sister Emmanuel, Emmanuel and the White Slave Trade, Von Women's Prison, Emmanuel in Prison, Black Cobra, Black Velvet, Emmanuel Perverse Outbursts, P Ecstatic Love, Divine Emmanuel, Emmanuel Queen of the Desert, Amore Libero Free Love, Emmanuel a Woman from a Hot Country, Emmanuel DT, Peanuts of the World #2, Inferno Rosso, a Joe D'Amato documentary, Scandalous Emmanuel from 1986. 14 and 15 are two CDs of Nico Federico's Emmanuel titles. When's the House 4K box set? Is there a House 4K set coming out? Okay, I did not know that. So it depends. I mean, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I like these films. I like Laura Gemser. She's an Indonesian actress. She did. She wasn't big on doing these films. She's not like Sylvia Cristo, who, when she talks about Emmanuel, there's a reverence to it. And she only made like basically two or three, really. Uh, um, when when she talks about when Laura Gemser talks about her Manuel experience, is not quite as fondly looked at. Hey there, Robert. Welcome, man. It is an amazing set. Um, but it is by people like Bruno Mattei, Joe D'Amato, and you have to know that. So it is what initially would be like some more Southcore with some kind of like, quote unquote adventurous aspects to it. Emmanuel is a photojournalist. She goes around the world and trying to break different cases. And a lot of the times breaking the cases means, getting highly, sexual. Also, of course, for a lot of these movies, especially for the Joe D'Amato type ones, because of the way D'Amato was, is he would do the film and afterwards he would film secretly or at a different location some actual hardcore X-rated sequences and add them to the film afterwards that did not use the main actors, it used other people. Jennifer Tilly, she's amazing. Like Chucky, the TV series is amazing too. Uh, but like, in a way, we got something kind of for for everyone. Troll 3. Did he do Troll 3? I know that Claude Fragasso did Troll 2. And a little interesting fact about Troll 2, Keg, is the girl there, like Laura Gemser, the girl that plays Manuel in most of these films, actually, I think pretty much in all of them. She retired from being Emmanuel for being an actress to be like a costume designer, and she did the costume design work for Troll 2. I don't think I've ever owned Troll 3. I'm guessing it went under another name, and it's kind of like Troll 3 in name alone. If you really like Chucky, definitely. If you don't, and or if you already got the if you've already got it, like I'd say get the ones you don't have. So if you got like one and two already, uh, Crawler. So I own that. I did not know it as Troll 3 though. Thanks. but I know exactly the film you're talking about because I got that one here. Yep. So I did uncredited work on it. It's actually credits to Fabrizio Laurenti and Joe D'Amato did uncredited work, but Palamini did most of the work on there. He is a director that he unfortunately passed away in 1999 at the age of 62, but he made 199 films in his lifetime. He directed 199 films. So Joe D'Amato was quite a prolific director. If you know, much like Jess Franco, you either liked his stuff or you didn't like his stuff. There was usually no in between when it came to D'Amato's work, actually. But out of these here, guys, you've got something for everybody. You have the Chucky 4 to 7 releases. But out of these new ones here, if you're asking like which one, Sarah, to get the new ones, I'd say you start out with Bride and work your way through because it's from Bride on, it becomes a series. Like 1 and 2 are a continuation. Part 3, no, it is continued. But when you get to like things like Bride, Chucky, it's almost like it starts a brand new. It's the same character, but it's almost like it starts a brand new franchise. So those are coming out in June. I say start with Bride if you like Bride. Get Seed, get Curse, get Cult. Unless you want to just grab the $150 pack and get the 4 of them because that way you get like the posters as well. I'm not sure if you collect posters too, and you'll get the Prism sticker, which is kind of cool of Chucky and Tiffany. If you haven't checked out the Chucky TV series, it's really, really good. I actually super enjoyed that, and I recommend it to anybody that hasn't seen it. But for announcements today, we have the Child's Play announcement. We've got Upgrade on 4K. We've got The Burning on 4K. We've got World War Z on 4K. All of those are coming out from Scream Factory. We also have The Central World of Black Emmanuel coming out from Severin Films. It is a massive set from Arrow Video. We got the Bruce Lee at Golden Harvest coming out there in June, as well as having the brand new second volume to the Spaghetti Western set, which I probably passed by, but it's as well as some other stuff there too. Also announced, and I guess I should kind of dive in this really quickly. There wasn't a lot that I wanted to look at here, but here is the Vinegar Syndrome um, announcements for. So let's see if they got anything new on. No news thing for the halfway to Black Friday. But one neat thing here, and I hate that they got this put in the bottom now. I don't know why they did this. So let's go to the merchandise because I think it should be here. So Vinegar Syndrome have started doing their books. They started the Vinegar Syndrome books. I did not see that, man. I do have a Hellgate on Blu-ray though. I got it from Arrow Video when they put it out. Hey, Sean, welcome, man. I love Trick or Treat. I actually forgot I was going to mention it, but I'm glad they got it. So, because I think we'll get a little bit more to it. It'll be more expensive getting it through Synapse, but it'll be interesting as well. So, unfortunately, the one I really wanted, the film disc Diary of a Film with John Cocteau, is sold out. How many of these were there that it sold out so quickly? 2,000. They sold out 2,000 copies of this already. We got Facing Blackness from the film disc here by Ashley Clark, by Spike Lee. There was 1,000 copies. Perfect Bound. It's only 23 left. Holy crap! Toe Pooper's Funhouse is on 4K. I'm going to check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I almost picked one up a while back actually. Yeah, there it is right there. I hear it's a really good 4K release as well, Keg. I've heard great things about that one. I think Planet CHH actually said a lot of good stuff to say about it. Please, baby, please on board. Gets your very biased recommendation. You work for the director. Okay, then there you go. We'll look at that one in a second. Film is Subversive Art. I would have loved to have gotten this one as well. Unfortunately, this one sold out too. With 3,000 copies. Sewn bound hardcover with dust jacket. Hope there's a limit one, and we'll limit one per customer. Jeez. TerraVision is Prom Night 2 soundtrack. And so let's go look at the partner label stuff. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping that a lot of this stuff hasn't sold out. So we got Child's Play 20th anniversary with Catherine Hicks, Curse of Chucky, both sides. Fun way to double feature Child's Play 2 and 3. So you got Child's Play, you got the Curse of Chucky, and you've got 2 and 3. Get Bride. Start it with go with. But if you're gonna get them all, look at getting the sets, like the cheaper sets. Don't want to go all out with the pins and stuff, but go with the regular sets. That's my recommendation. Hopefully that helps there. Yeah, let's do that right now. Let's get into going at a print one under partner. Let's just see. I'd heard that there were some that were going to be going out of print. How the hell do I find it? I don't like the way they've updated their site. How the hell do I find going out of print? Okay, I got to change this to. I'm going to change to Canadian money, just so I know. All right, so. Oh wow, some of these are really cheap. So Fancy Editions for $13, which means like $10 Canadian. We got Primetime Panic for $40. That's really good. Walking the Edge is that's a really good film. I really like that one. Wolverine Cavern colors here. You really got to work on this. Everything used to be up top right here. And you'd be able to go here and grab, see things on the side. I'm not sure if it's the browser I'm using or whatnot, but I don't like this at all. I really don't like the layout of this. So let's see what they got here. So if there's anything here that's interesting to get. So we got a new old play coming from Kenny. 2021 film. I do tend to wait a little bit on the newer type of releases. I haven't seen this one, so if anybody got any recommendations, any of these I haven't seen, definitely feel free to shout out. ETR, like at the video store. I really love documentaries. I've heard like some iffy things about some of the documentaries that ETR has put out, but I don't have I don't have a lot of them, so I don't know for sure. But having names like Bill Hader and John Waters like really speaks to me like it's going to be good. '72 minutes long, so it's not going to be an overly long documentary, which it's good. I don't like to have things that are too many things that are too. Dark Star is putting out what the hell? Attack the Demons. This is a 2019 film. Not big on this style of animation. Debbie Does Demons. What the? This is a real film. Donald Farmer, 2022. Nope. Dracula, the Dirty Old Man. Of course there is. But this one is definitely going to be in. Oh, Whit Boyd. Okay, Bruce Whit Boyd. 65 minutes long, 1969. There'll be an extra film with it. It'll be like a curio, cheesy kind of curio. New plays essentially thought it can play shot on video. It's gorgeous, really. That's the damn things like South Park. See, when I think of Dracula Dirty Old Man, I think about like Dracula sucks. We got Hung Jury from Saturn's Core here. Irreversible. Love the movie. I don't know if I'd be able to rewatch it, like, or rewatch it very often. If I was going to get it, I would have got that Indicator big box set. That was it that came out a while back. But I just saw it as a movie that I think is a brilliant, like, stroke of genius. But it's not something that's easy rewatchable for me. Now let's look at Please Baby Please, so, which is mentioned there by Deathbound. So Susan and Arthur are an outwardly traditional bohemian couple living on the Lower East Side. After encountering a gang of violent leather-clad greasers known as the Young Gents, the pair discover previously unexplored desires and begin to question the confines of gender monogamy and the sexual status quo. Colorful, musical, and witty filmmaker Amanda Kramer visionary riff on 1950s masculinity plays like a high camp mission from your wildest dreams. So that's up right up my alley. It's a new film. And Demi Moore, really? Cool. But for those that don't know, I'm a freak for musicals and and subversive cinema too. So that's hitting a lot of different checks for me. Jesus, a lot of these here. So we got Yellow Veil Pictures. I'm very curious yet with Yellow Veil, with the stuff they put out. We got the Saragossa manuscript here, which is set during the Napoleonic Wars. The film follows the exploits of Alphonse von Warden, an officer traveling through the Sahara Mountains. With each passing traveler, the interwoven stories grow stranger. So then in 1965, looks really, really interesting. See, that looks interesting to me. Was it really fun? I kind of want to see that. It's a me thing. It's a me thing. It actually is. So we got a new one here from Umbrella Entertainment as well. Spirits of the Air, Gremlins of the Clouds. Trying to remember this release. Rice Davies is in this one, I think. John Rice Davies. Yeah, so 1988, John Rice Davies, Michael Lake. No, it's not John Rice Davies. Rice Davies. Different actor altogether, man. Alex Proyas. Okay, there we go. So this is the guy that did Dark City and The Crow. And I don't think I've seen this. So this one passed me by. I didn't see this one. I thought I saw it. I can't lie to you guys and say I saw it when I didn't. The Deaf Crocodile released Tale of Czar Sultan. Looks to be another one of those costume ones that they are so infamous for putting out. 1967. Yeah, I would buy this. My better half would get a kick at this one. Stephen R. Bessett doing a commentary. Stephen R. Bessett, well, we mentioned their Swamp Thing. That's kind of my it's kind of my jam. For those that haven't watched my the videos that I did, I recently did a comic, like a collecting different format video on my regular channel, and I did a collecting DC omnibuses video on the Crimson Cult channel, on my Patreon channel. And coming up this week, by the way, also for those that don't know, is the start is of course the start of my life in horror. But that's not the only thing to be looking out for, because now on my regular channel as well as on my Patreon channel, especially on my Patreon channel, we're going to get a lot more live videos and a lot more stuff. Because hey there, Chris, welcome, man. It is May, and as everybody knows here, and as all the collectors know, May is halfway to Black Friday month. So we will be looking at all of my releases and my choices for Severin and for Vinegar Syndrome. We're going to be looking at titles that I can't talk about on this channel right here, the non-regular titles, and we'll be diving into that pretty strong. I'm going to try and see if I can get some guests to come on and talk about some different things, and whether it's on my regular channel or it's going to be on my other channel. I definitely want to dive into that here this month. So expect a lot of content this month, and a lot of it like focusing highly on the halfway to Black Friday sale as we ramp up to the halfway to Black Friday sale. And I hope you guys enjoyed the month of Arrow. I tried to get as much content in there as possible, but we're going to go even stronger as we always do when it comes to May. So if you ever want to become a patron, now is the time to do it. This is going to be a big month, a really big month. We got the Film Desk Trouble Every Day. And what is this one? This is another one I haven't seen. I do apologize. A lot of these I haven't seen, and I'm not going to be someone that's going to lie and tell you I've seen it when I haven't. Vincent Gallo and Trisha Vesey. When was this one? On 2001. It's strange I haven't seen it. Travel to Paris for the honeymoon. Once there, Shane begins a search for his former medical colleague Leo, who may have information on a cure for the tropical virus that's transformed Leo's wife, Beatrice Daly, into a murderous sexual carnivore, and may soon do the same to Shane. I'll definitely check that out. Sounds interesting. So we have a lot of stuff coming up on the channel. There's one more title, and looks like it's a Factory 25 title. That's Young Bodies Heal Quickly. That's a 2014 film. I may or may not have seen it, but I don't remember it right now. So I can't give you information on stuff that I don't really know. But I could talk to you guys about Funhouse and Child's Play all night long. I could talk to you guys about like the Central World of Black Emmanuel, or some of the different Arrow releases. But I can't talk to you too much on the releases that I don't know. For me, we got the Bruce Lee set that's coming out. We've got the new Spaghetti Western set coming out. We got the Black Emmanuel set coming out. We have these Child's Play releases, which I think are utterly fantastic. Recommendation on all of those. Just some great stuff. And like, if you're not a slasher fan, you don't like Child's Play, then maybe you're a Spaghetti Western fan. If you're not a Spaghetti Western fan, maybe you're a Bruce Lee fan. If you're not a Bruce Lee fan, or you got that stuff already and think you're good with what you got, then you could be a Black Emmanuel fan. It's a time we have an embarrassment of riches. There's just so much coming out. There's really almost too much coming out to really keep track of when it comes to these here releases. It's just an insane amount of stuff. And I'm very excited to see, once we know what the features are on this as well, we'll be looking at the features and we'll be diving in to the releases. So hopefully I will be able to add a few more Scream Factory 4Ks to my collection, because at the point that I am right now, aside from Alligator, the Scream Factory 4Ks that I have are these ones right here. I have Halloween 2, I like Halloween 3, I just don't have it, just as that. Halloween 4, Halloween 5, and yes, I have the US exclusive with Halloween, Chris Michael Myers, H2O, and Halloween Resurrection on here. I'm going to be watching those here this week. So if you haven't checked out the other videos, check those out. Like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel a lot. If you do want to donate or super chat, then always, if you do donate or put your name down there, and or your channel if you have a channel, and let me know, because I can shout you out in a future video. And if you donate towards something in particular, say, okay, I'm going to give you this much. I want you to review this. So here, buy this with this. Then I'll do that as well. Got Carrie, Alligator, Evil Dead 2013. Oh, nice. I really got to get that Evil Dead release. I want to see Evil Dead Rise, by the way. I'm one of those people. I do want to see it. And I did do a video on the Scream series. Later on this week, I will also be putting in a bonus video where I rank the Scream killers as well, now that I've seen all of these 6 films. And I'm thinking I might put in the TV series as well. Oh, you got to get this one. Great. This one here, if you live in the States, right, Sarah? I think this year release, fantastic. Like, we got Halloween Resurrection, Halloween H2O, and one of my favorites, which a lot of people hate, Chris Michael Myers. And it's a 4-disc set. My name is Aaron. This has been the Cult of Cinema. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Keep an eye out. This is the halfway to Black Friday month. there is a ton of content that's going to be on here and on my Patreon as well. If you're wondering, hey, what is the Patreon thing? The link is in the description down below. And just keep an eye out. Come in again. And as always, I am so very glad and honored to see you all. Hi there. I want to give a special shout out to my amazing patrons. You guys are awesome, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the Crimson Cult again, where we can actually do some cool live chats. We got a lot coming up, and if you want to join this incredibly awesome group of people that you see scrolling down below, the link's down below. Like, I'm going to say it right now. If you got Alligator, which is a 4K, and you have yet to pick up Alligator 2, the mutation, strongly recommend it.